where do people think God is? I never get crazy answers, so I have to ask,
Everybody, there's my traditional understanding where everyone thinks God is up there.
Okay.
All right.
Can we put that off to the side from
Yeah.
Okay. Is everybody else okay with that? Is God up there? God does not hang out up there. We understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Good. No. There are, there are people, Jews and non-Jews that there's heaven and there's earth, and that he's not here. He's up there. So that is definitely not. Traditional monotheism seems to posit that because the Torah is written in the language of man, and back then that's how people related to things, or at least the common person did. So God had to write a bunch of stories to relate ideas to us. The same way Rabbi Nachman often said that I'm just an extension of that. I'm relating all these ideas in very awesome stories. So yeah, the Torah is true, but it's also built in a way that it's stories, so we can actually connect to deeper aspects without even knowing it. So now that we're mature in the history of the world, we can actually understand that heaven just means the blue in the sky is it's not even Kabbalistic. In the Mishnah it says blue is royalty, and therefore when we look at the blue in the sky, we actually connect to God, because that's a natural idea, that's a natural feeling. It doesn't mean that He's there, only up there. It just means that it provokes the idea. Heaven provokes this awe-inspiring reality.
Elevated state.
Exactly. Once again, the world is a analogy for the real reality. It's not the reality itself. In fact, I'd posit this is not really reality, right? That's another. Once again, the closer you are to God is the real reality, right?
Yeah.
So it says I'm moving into your question.
My sphere.
I'm moving into your sphere, into your question. Okay, in the beginning of the world, God created what's called an halal pinui, a free space. Okay, there's a debate whether this free space is really a free space, like He's just not there, or He created the perception of free space. Okay, now if He's not there, that's problematic. Yeah. But there's ways around it that people come up with, and that's fine. It would seem to be that He's there. He just covered Himself over, like He's wearing a lot of clothes. Like, it's not really that we're all kind of one, right? Everything's all one. We just don't see it that way because we're in it. And if we're in it, we have to have free choice. The halal panui, the free space, halal is a space, and panui is free. There's nothing there. There's a perception of nothing there. Because we have to have free choice. We have to have a world of free choice.
So when David HaMelech said, "Where can I go?" he's practically alluding to everywhere where I go. Doesn't matter where I go.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're covered over there, you're there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's.
I often have people ask me, like people that are having tough problems in their lives, they want advice. They're run into a wall, and they're depressed. So but they weren't always depressed. They found a bad situation. It's change your thought in one moment, you can change everything. Why? Because God's there. It's not like He's he's like up there somewhere. Yeah. No matter where you are, He's there. And if He's there, then that means you can get out of your situation. Yeah. It doesn't always do the trick, but that is the reality. That is a reality. It doesn't really answer your question. But I don't like the idea of dying because, we're going to just put that discussion off to the side. But that reality, God can play. God is almost like, it's almost God's playing, I don't want to say a trick, but a trick unto Himself. That He's pulling Himself back to allow us to have free choice, or to allow us to have existence. But it doesn't mean He's not here with us. He's here right now. It's not that He's a spook that's sitting here. It is just God. Yeah. It all is God. Ein od mevado. There's nothing but Him. It's just that He was kind enough to allow us to have a space for us to work out our problems, which is what we do. We have to work out our problems. We're sent down here for a short amount of time. And then we have to work out some issues. Then we go back up. But hopefully we don't have to come back down again.